How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be testing out a new tune that Integrated Engineering has sent me for the S4. So before I start off, I just want to say thank you to the guys over at IE, Tyler and Carter, for having me test out their beta tune on this car. So like 034, Integrated Engineering is actually offering a E85 tune for this car. Today, we are just going to be testing out the 93 tune since that's what fuel I'm running currently. This Saturday, I'm actually going to be running the car at Rockingham Dragway for the Southeast Eurofest event. So I actually joined the all Audi class. Now, I don't know if there's any indexes for that or if it's just strictly all Audis, but regardless, it's going to be a fun time. I don't expect to win anything. Like I said, I mean, this car is completely stock other than a tune, so I'd be surprised if I even make it past the first 2 or 3 rounds. But I think it'll make for great content, so I'm going to bring you guys along. But for now, let's go ahead and get this car flashed. We have got the laptop. As you can see here, we have our Flash Wizard getting ready to set up. I've actually already opened up the case that this comes in. So when you get the dongle from IE, you basically get this OBD2 dongle, as well as the USB-C to USB cord so you can plug it into your laptop. Okay, so when you initially open up the software for the Flash Wizard, it's going to say can't connect to the PowerLink device. Please make sure it's plugged in. So let's go ahead, plug this in. It'll read it. And right there, it'll be loading, as you can see. Once you have the PowerLink and the PowerLink cable plugged into your car and to your laptop, you're going to hit Tune on the Flash Wizard software, and it's going to tell you to basically do what I did last time, which was to plug in the car into a battery charger just to make sure that you don't risk breaking your ECU. And then from here, I'm pretty sure it'll tell you to turn the car on, or you plug it into the OBD2 port, which I already did, and then it's going to tell you to put the car in the on position. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So once we did that, let's go ahead. It's going to go ahead and check for the most recent flashes for your car. As you can see here, there's one for your ECU and your TCU. So we're going to go ahead and hit next, and then it's going to show us our flashes that are available. So I actually just talked to Carter, who is the tuner for Integrated Engineering, and for now he wants me to try out the 91 octane. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and get some logs for him. And then after that, I think we're going to get switched to the 93 octane tune. So we're going to go ahead and hit next on that. So now that we hit that, we're going to go hit flash. Right here, as you can see, it says, this is a beta file. Please report any issues. If anything causes drivability issues, flash back to stock maps. And then, yeah, so this car meets the requirements. Purchase, yes. All right, so we are currently flashing the car. All right, so there it says, congratulations, you've successfully flashed your car. Now go have some fun. Once you're ready for more power, go check out our recommended products. If you have any other modules to flash, please make sure to start the car and turn it off, then back on before starting another flash. As you can see, latest engine flash, stage 1, 91 octane. So now we're going to go in the transmission, and then as you can see, we have stage 1 plus low torque, medium torque, and high torque. So let's go ahead and put on the stage 1 high torque, flash it, purchase. Alright, so we're going to go through the same process again. Just like the ECU tune, TCU is going to do the same thing. That's actually really cool that IE is offering different torque figures for the different flashes. So we've got a low, medium, and high, and then I already forgot what the first one was, but it was like the torque limiter or something. So that's something that I don't think any other companies are doing right now. So it'd be cool to test out the different torque modes. So we'll probably do that in another video. This car is not having it right now with all these fault codes. So sorry for all the beeping, but yep, this should be actually almost done. I don't imagine that it would have to go through as many modules as the ECU. So yep, it's going a lot faster than the ECU tune, or the ECU flash, I should say. So let's see what it says here. It's at 100%. Clearing codes. Alright, so we are back in the same screen that we were with the ECU. So now we've done the ECU and TCU flash tune. I actually want to show you guys this real quick. So right beside the tune tab, there is actually an extras. So from here, you can actually read your codes, and if anything comes up, you can data log, which I'm going to be doing for the tuner. Carter wanted me to do some third gear pulls, as well as, you know, obviously if I have any draggy videos or anything for him to see any of that information. So we're going to go ahead and do a data log probably later tonight. And this is actually really cool. You can drain your fuel. So basically what this does is if you're going to switch from a 93 to an E85 tune, you're going to go ahead and hit this drain fuel. I'm not going to do that. So basically what that does is I believe it turns on your fuel pump. So you're going to disconnect your low pressure fuel pump, and once you hit the drain fuel, you're going to go ahead and put that into a bucket, and it's going to drain the rest of your fuel out. So it makes switching octane tunes a lot simple and easier. Let's go ahead and take our battery charger off. So I actually don't have a really big one like I used in the last video. I just have this little Noco box, but this basically does the same thing. It keeps your battery charged. So let's go ahead and take this off and close that, and then let's go ahead and get on the road. Let's do some testing on this tune. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the guys over at Integrated Engineering for having me test their beta tune on my car. It's a super cool experience. I never thought that I'd be testing out tunes for companies, but here we are. So far, I mean, the car feels fine. The shifting definitely feels a lot different than stock. I can already tell it off the bat, and it's only been 2 minutes. But like I said, I'm gonna go give this a couple minutes, drive a couple miles on this just to make sure that this ECU is learning the car before I do anything crazy on it. One thing I want to note is that both tuners, IE and 034, have been fantastic to me. I have absolutely zero complaints. Their customer service is fantastic. Those guys reply whenever I have any questions or any issues. They are literally replying within seconds of me sending it. After all, 034 and IE are very well known in the Audi and Volkswagen world, and these guys know what they're doing. Let's go ahead and put the car in sport. Do I have very crackles? Ah, I got some crackles on this tune. Okay, I have a stock exhaust, so I mean it's not really that loud. Okay, yeah, this transmission mapping like feels great. Just like 034's transmission tune, it feels a lot different than the factory one. Clearly, those crackles are pretty cool, the little burbles. When my car was actually stock, this car had a little bit of burbles, but once I did 034 tune, I lost a lot of those burbles, which I didn't mind. As long as the car went pretty fast, I didn't really mind. After this red light, I'm gonna go ahead and put the car in manual and see how it shifts in that. First gear. Oh my god, those burbles. Yeah, no, this, okay, just driving it in manual, this is literally the first time I'm trying it. It already feels a lot different than the stock and 034s. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad. That's just something I noticed. It shifts a little bit different than my previous tune and stock. This car, you actually get the little DSG farts when you're shifting the car manually in high RPMs. As you saw, I just went from that green light, and it actually does those DSG farts in lower RPMs too. I actually don't know what the time difference is between like the ZF8 and then the DSG that's in the previous models, but it's gotta be really close, if not a little bit faster. Oh, little crackles. Hold on, let's see if I can... You guys hear that? That sounds so sick. Alright, let's get a little... Alright. Yeah, that... Oh my gosh, that shit feels so much... It's a lot more violent than the 034 one, I'll tell you that. I don't know if it's necessarily faster, but it's a lot jerkier in manual. Let me go and put this thing in sport and see how it shifts in that. So, let's go ahead and do a little downshift from our foot. Little crackles. Alright, so... It's actually really, really smooth. Just as smooth as 034's tune on the shifts for sport. But when I do put it in manual, it is a lot more violent. Alright, let's see. Jeez. So last night I actually did some draggy numbers on the 034 93 octane tune. Figured that you guys would find that helpful to compare that versus IE's 93 tune. Well, I'm currently on the 91 tune, but we'll see what numbers I run. I'm not sure how different the 91 and the 93 tunes are for IE, but they should be fairly close. I tested the 0 to 60 and I went all the way to an 1/8 mile, so I didn't have enough room on that road that I tested to do a 1/4 mile, so I just went ahead and did 3 1/8 mile runs, and we're gonna do the same tonight. And hopefully this thing runs some decent numbers. do the 0 to 60 launch and see what numbers this thing can pull. So let's turn off our traction control and stability, have it in sport. Oh my gosh, we are spinning. Wow, okay. Holy crap, there is a lot of torque. Wow, I really did not expect to lose I didn't even have any, I literally, like, it wasn't even a chirp. I just straight up lost traction when I launched it. So the first thing I noticed was this thing holds its RPM higher than the factory N034's tune. I think it was close to 4,000 RPM on the launch, but wow, I actually might need to change this to the medium torque setting because I am not gripping on that. That's so cool. All right, so we have made it to our little straight road that we're gonna go ahead and do our test launch on. So we're gonna go ahead and start this. Traction control off. All right. Oh, we did something weird there. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get traction on this high torque map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load the medium torque on here. So as you can see, we're back at the apartment. I'm going to go ahead and load the medium torque file. First things first, we're going to go ahead and make sure that our battery is plugged in so that we don't risk bricking our ECU. So as you can see, we are on the Beta Stage 1 Plus high torque launch. We're going to go next, transmission, beta, and then we will do the medium torque launch. All right, so as you can see here, same screen, we're going to go ahead and finish. Turn our laptop off. We're going to go turn this off. And then I'm going to go unplug this module. Unplug that. All right. So none of our codes are on. We are good to go. So let's go ahead, take the battery, charger off of the battery, and yeah, should be good to go. This thing is a lifesaver. That did not sound good. 3.90 to 60 in a 1.7 60 foot. We still didn't completely hook on there. So now we are at the gas station. I met up with some friends and I'm going to be airing down the tires. So even on the medium torque setting, I'm still launching really poorly because I can't get traction. So we're going to air this down to 28 PSI and hope that we can get hopefully a little bit of traction on this. 28 PSI in these tires. Let's hope that we can hook, first of all, and second, we get actually a solid run. Here we go. Ah, still spun. 60. Already on the street, I'm already pulling better 60-foot times than my E85 tune at the drag strip, because as you guys saw, I was only pulling 1.8 60-foots at the drag strip because the 034 tune limited torque. So we are back out. While I'm going to be doing another 8th mile or 0 to 60 test, I'm going to go ahead and do some data logging for IE. As you can see here on their software, they have a built-in data logger in there, so it'll tell you all the information you need, such as the timing, your boost, your high pressure fuel pump numbers, literally everything they need to know and everything you need to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Carter from IE, who is their tuner, wanted some logs done of third gear all the way to redline. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that for him while we're going out and doing another test. The thing that I really like about this tune is that you have different torque options. You've got your low, medium, and high torque. And I think it's really cool that you get to be able to choose how much torque that you're able to put down when you launch it. But up top, honestly, this IE tune and the 034 tune feel pretty identical in terms of, I mean, butt dyno, it feels very similar to me. I will say, in manual mode, the shifts on this transmission, on this tune, are definitely a lot more aggressive than the 034 ones. I'd say in the daily driver aspect, I think the 034 tune is a little bit smoother as of right now. They are actually going to be updating their flash tune very soon, so I'm going to go ahead and test theirs when that comes out as well. So we're going to hit start. Stop that. How do you save that? Alright, so we've got the data log here. I'm going to go ahead and name this data log 1. Alright, we're going to start this. Start this. Stop that. We did a 390 to 60, 1760 foot, and a 784 in the 8th mile. So it's looking like that's probably the best that we're going to be able to pull tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to hook honestly better than that. I'll go ahead and do one more, but honestly, like I said, the chances of us getting a better launch than what we've been getting the past 2 times is very unlikely. I'm already on 28 psi. As you can see, my TPMS light's actually on. So I think for now, our best time is going to be what we are running now. We'll do our last one of the night. My phone is somewhere back there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull off. My phone literally just flew off. I don't know if you guys saw that. Wow, I've never had that happen before. That thing flew literally straight back. So, luckily that didn't hit me in the face or anything, but that was quite the experience, let me tell you. I've never had anything like that happen before. Also, another feature that Integrated Engineering decided to implement in their tune is to disable the soft limiter that freaking all Audis come with, which sucks. But now I can go basically all the way to redline if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go to like 4,000 or 5,000. But we have burbles as well. Alright, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for sticking around. Overall, my thoughts on the Integrated Engineering tune. Again, this is the beta tune, so things might be a little different when it releases to the public. But first things first, probably the most obvious thing that I noticed was that you're able to choose between the 3 torque figures. So you have the low, the medium, and the high. Obviously, we tried the first one on high, and that didn't work out very well because we weren't able to get any traction. So in comparison to the 034 tune, I think both of these tunes are fantastic. I mean, the car's fast. There's no other way to say it. I mean, I have no mods on this car again. No intercooler, no intake, no downpipe, none of that. Literally just running straight flash tunes on this car at the moment. And honestly, like, between the 2 tunes, I can switch between the 2 and be completely happy. I mean, as right now, it's still way too early for me to be able to choose one over the other. With that said, there's things with both tunes that are a lot different from each other. But overall, I mean, the power band is pretty similar with both of these. I will say, obviously the torque, you get way more torque with the IE tune since you're able to choose. But if you're wanting to do what 034 does is basically limit their torque, you're able to do that also because that's one of the options on the IE flash tune. I did notice that boost comes in a little bit faster on the IE tune. The turbo lag isn't anywhere as bad as stock, but I did notice that the turbo spools a little bit quicker with this IE tune. Up top though, I think both tunes are very, very similar. It's really hard for me to tell, honestly. But also, I really don't have a road out here where I can go much past 100. So, I mean, I feel like at that point, it's really, honestly, really hard to tell between the 2 tunes. But down low, from low to mid-range power, I think IE has it on that. In terms of daily driving, I think that the 034 tune is a lot smoother and honestly might be better for daily driving. This IE tune does have more crackles than the 034 tune. But yeah, in terms of the transmission, they're both really good TCU tunes. It just depends on what you like better. At the end of the day, it all comes down to preference. So if you want a more aggressive and clunkier and jerkier shifts, the IE tune is the way to go. But if you want smoother, the 034 one is probably better. So looking at numbers, I was able to pull a faster 8th mile time out of this IE tune even while I was spinning. But like I mentioned earlier, you're literally comparing tenths of a second between these two tunes. I'm currently running a Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, so I was honestly really shocked to see that I was fighting traction all night, even with the medium torque setting. So both tunes that I have been running between 034 and IE are fantastic. Both companies just released these tunes. I mean, this IE tune isn't even out yet, and the 034 tune has been out for less than I think 4 months. So they're both very new tunes, and there's revisions to come in the very near future. So as time goes on, I'm sure these tunes will just get better and better, and will get more features such as adjustable launch control, probably rolling anti-lag, a crackle tune I'm sure is coming very soon. I will say this IE tune is a lot more raw. It is a lot more jerky, more violent, and a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't like that. Me being a younger guy, I kind of like that kind of feeling more. The car just feels more raw. And honestly, I don't want to say it feels faster, but you definitely get a more enjoyable driving experience. But if you're an older guy, I'm sure you'd want something probably a lot more smooth. So the 034 might be the way to go for you in that aspect. At the end of the day, it all comes down to preference. You are literally comparing hairs here when it comes to times, literally tenths of a second. As you guys saw, I did multiple runs, and they're pretty identical between each other. With that being said, guys, if there's anything else that you'd want me to test or that kind of stuff, let me know. I hope that I was able to cover as much as I can today. This video took me almost 6 hours to film between testing and doing all that kind of stuff and tuning the car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next video, you'll see me at Rockingham Dragway, hopefully running the E40 or the E85 tune for integrated engineering. It'll be a little bit of a warmer day, so I'm not sure what kind of times we'll be running, but the biggest thing that I'm worried about now is traction. I'm just hoping that the prep for the event is good enough for me to actually hook, especially in that E85 file. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.